Ser próspero, independiente y poder tener libertad.
Prosperity, independence, liberty. It's what many Venezuelans are hoping for after the U.S. captured the South American country's leader. When Maduro will be in court, the concerns about the U.S. strike, and we'll hear from local Venezuelans on this international incident. Temperatures today in the 30s, but it's a warm week ahead in the forecast.
The Colts season comes to a merciful end. 7 straight losses and a lot more pessimism than optimism. Live from Indy, you're watching 13.
We start on this Sunday with the latest developments in the situation between the U.S. and Venezuela. Tomorrow, ousted Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife will appear in federal court, and many are now wondering who will lead that country. Jen Sullivan tonight on the next steps and reaction from our nation's capital.
The deposed president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, now a prisoner of the United States. Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, were captured by U.S. forces overnight Saturday following intense missile strikes in the country's capital city of Caracas.
Maduro and his wife, both indicted, gave up and were taken into custody.
Venezuela's ousted leader, now behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York City, where he faces multiple drug and weapons charges, including narco-terrorism conspiracy and conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices against the United States. Maduro has denied being involved in drug trafficking. Maduro's capture now raising many questions about who is now in charge of Venezuela.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
On NBC's Meet the Press, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying a regime change is the goal.
The goal of the policy is to see changes in Venezuela that are beneficial to the United States, first and foremost, because that's who we work for, but also, we believe, beneficial for the people of Venezuela.
While Maduro was seen by many as an authoritarian leader who violated human rights, the action to capture him and his wife has raised serious concerns about the U.S. violating international law.
Maduro could in fact be a bad actor, but there is a process that needs to be played.
Meanwhile, congressional Democrats are raising concerns about the nature of U.S. actions in Venezuela and claim that the Trump administration bypassed Congress.
Only Congress has the power to declare war.
The Trump administration says nothing they've done so far has required congressional approval. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And tonight, the Venezuelan community here in Indianapolis is reacting as all of this unfolds in their home country. Our Ella Rhodes shares how some of them are feeling about the situation.
Inside Alba Ruiz Miño's Venezuelan restaurant, Caracas Sabroso, you can't miss this sign. A circle with a line going through the outline of President Nicolas Maduro's face. She says it symbolizes an expression of what we all wanted, that he was no longer there. Miño immigrated to the U.S. more than a decade ago from Venezuela. She says when the U.S. removed Maduro from the country on Saturday, it started a new chapter for the country's future. She says, we're thinking positively, as this is a beginning. We know that changes are sometimes difficult and beginnings can be challenging, but we hope that all of this will bring positive things for Venezuela. Gabriel Hernandez works at a different Venezuelan restaurant in Indianapolis. He says this is a moment people waited for.
En shock. Porque
he says, I'm in shock because there were moments of a lot of anguish we have lived through, not only since Maduro, but long before him. So there are a lot of mixed feelings like happiness, sadness, and uncertainty. And Hernandez says he's still concerned since Vice President Delcy Rodriguez is still in power.
No queremos muertes, que es lo que no queremos. Queremos que el régimen.
He says we don't want any deaths. That's what we don't want. We want the regime to leave so we can be free from all the dictatorship, which is what we long for most, and to return someday. Griselda Sanchez hopes to one day return to Venezuela too. My wish is to return to my country again, to be reunited with my whole family, because my entire family had to leave the country. And while I hope that someday, very soon, we will all return.
Algún día podremos ser esa Venezuela próspera y libre que.
He says someday we will be a prosperous and free Venezuela for all Venezuelans in and outside the country. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
Other news tonight, IMPD investigating after a teen was hurt in a shooting on the near north side early this morning. Police tell us the teen boy walked into IU Methodist Hospital with a gunshot wound around 3:30 a.m. Officers later found a crime scene on North Kenwood Avenue near 36th and Illinois. No word yet on a suspect or a motive. We'll take a look at the smoke and flames from a fire this morning in Franklin Township. 7 homes were damaged with that smoke visible for miles. This happened around 10:45 on Deerberg Drive. That's near McGregor and Franklin roads. IFD says the fire started at a home under construction, which is now a total loss. Then the flames spread to 2 other houses, even melting the siding off 4 homes across the street. A family living in one of the damaged homes is now getting some help with shelter from the Red Cross. All right, 6:05 on your Sunday, and you know a lot of people are heading back to work and school on Monday. It's going to be a shock to the system, right?
Yes.
Always getting back in the groove. The good news is, Angela, it sounds like the weather's not going to be too bad for us.
Yes, we're going to help you out a little bit as we go back to reality Monday tomorrow. Temperatures will be climbing into the 40s. We've got 50s and even a 60-degree day in the 7-day forecast. Temperatures right now in the 30s. This is where we ended up for highs today as well. We are down from our high of 37 in Indianapolis to currently 33. We have 32 in Greencastle, 31 degrees in Crawfordsville, 32 Lafayette, and currently 30 in Richmond, Columbus, coming in at 34 degrees. Temperatures a couple of degrees warmer from this time yesterday as expected, and that warming trend is going to continue over the next several days. Evening forecast will stick with those temperatures in the low to mid 30s under mainly cloudy skies. We do have some sunshine around early tomorrow. That Monday morning rush hour forecast, low 30s, no rain, no snow to slow you down. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon will be in the upper 40s, nearing 50 degrees. We've got a big time warm up in the 7-day forecast, and we will look ahead to a couple of rain chances as well in just a few minutes.